Hello guys, Sanjay here. Welcome back to my channel. So the previous video we started with continuity, right? So you all understood what is the concept of continuity, and we also solved some basic questions from NCRT 5.1 exercise, right? So we'll solve some more questions from NCRT textbook. Okay. So here's the question. You can all have your question, sorry, the book open also if you want. Okay. So for what value of lambda is the function defined by this as the function is continuous at x equal to 0. This question is question number 18. Okay. So the given f of x is equal to lambda into x square minus 2x and 4x plus 1. What is the condition they have given? If x is less than equal to 0, right? And this is x is greater than 0. Okay, so what is the definition of continuity again? Your limit LHL should be equal to RHL, which should also be equal to function value of the function at that point, right? So we'll start solving. You can solve simultaneously as well. Okay, now limit, what is the point they've given? 0, right? So limit extending to 0 minus f of x is equal to lambda of x square minus 2x. Actually, you have to write here also one limit extending to 0 minus, okay? I'm not writing because like it takes a lot of time, but in the board exams, you should write step by step, okay? So 0 minus, yeah, so this will be equal to 0 minus, right? So you can take h and do. I'm just substituting directly, okay? I'll tell you why taking h and doing is very important, okay? So I'm telling limit h tending to 0, it will be 0 minus h square minus 2 of 0 minus h, right? So your limit h tending to 0, it will be lambda of, this will be h square minus, this will be 0 minus h minus h minus minus plus 2h, right? So this will be 0 only. Okay, your left hand limit is 0, right? Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, now RHL is limit extending to 0 plus, what is 0 plus function? 4x plus 1. If you substitute even h and do 0 plus h will be 4h plus 1, which will be again 1 only. Okay, now because see, we don't know the value of lambda and we're getting 0, right? So they've given that the question they've given the function, sorry, it is continuous at x equal to 0, right? So we'll just see what happens. We'll see at f of 0 what is the value. X is less than equal to 0, right? So it will be lambda of uh, 0 minus 0, right? So it will be 0 only. So here is the turning point. If you see, they are getting LHL as 0, RHL as 1, and your f of 0 as 0, right? So you can see this 0 is not equal to 1, which is LHL is not equal to RHL. So there cannot, the function cannot be continuous, right? So even though they've given lambda, this is actually independent of lambda. Whatever the value of lambda you can have, like whatever be the value of lambda, this function cannot be continuous at 0. That's the meaning, because our final result 0 and 1 is independent of lambda. Understood? Okay, so this is a good question in that sense, because it is, they've given lambda and confused us, right? Okay, so we'll move to the next question. So your next question is yeah, I'll go with 20. I only selected like few questions, okay, not all. If you want to know like answer and explanation for specific questions, you can ask me in the comments. So it will be x square minus sin x plus 5 at x equal. I'll tell you here why h is useful. Okay, in this question specifically. Okay. Now what is your LHL? Your LHL will be limit extending to pi minus x square minus sin x. So in this question, you cannot directly substitute pi as you do everything, because see that we did because every function till now we dealt was polynomial, so we directly substituted the value because we know polynomial functions are continuous, and in order to know the value of the the limit, we just directly substituted the this point and found. But here, if you directly substitute pi here, sin pi is 0. So if you put for right hand limit and left hand limit, both will be same, right? So yeah, we'll see what happens in this question. Okay, use h. Okay, limit h turn into 0. What will be your x? There will be pi minus h, right? So it will be pi minus h this whole square minus sine of pi minus h plus 5. Now, what is sine pi minus h? 11th standard trigonometry question. Okay. Sine 180 minus theta. Sine 180 is nothing but your sine 180 is this line, 180 degree. Now, 180 minus theta will be second quadrant, right? Second quadrant, sine is positive or negative? A is TC, all silver teacups. S is sine. S is sine. So sine is positive. Now output is sine theta only. Okay. So it will be pi minus h the whole square. Sine pi minus h is sine h only. Sine h plus 5. Okay. Now if you substitute, it will be pi square minus sine 0 is 0. 0 plus 5. So it will be pi square plus 5. Okay. Now there's the catch in right hand limit. Okay. Now limit extending to pi plus x square minus sin x plus 5. What is the value you take? Limit h tending to 0, pi plus h the whole square minus sine of h plus 5. Sorry, this will be sine of pi plus h. Now, what is sine of 180 plus theta? Again, 180 is here, and 180 plus theta will be third quadrant. Third quadrant sign is negative. Understood the catch? Now limit h tending to 0, pi plus h the whole square. Sin pi plus h is minus sin h. Minus and minus goes as plus. Okay? Sin h plus 5. Okay? Now this will be pi square plus 0. Yeah, plus 0 plus 5. This will be pi square plus 5. Now, because sin h went 0 in both LHL and RHL, you're getting the same answer. And obviously at x equal to pi also, like f of pi also will give pi square. Sin pi is 0, so plus 5. So this function is continuous in fact. But did you understand the catch of using h here? Your sign is changing value according to pi, right? That was the catch. Okay, understood. Now next question, we'll go with 23rd question. Okay, f of x is equal to, what's the question? Sin x by x for x is less than 0 and x plus 1 for x is greater than equal to 0. Now again, this is x is the point. Now LHL is limit extending to 0 minus sin x by x, right? This will be limit h tending to 0 sine of 0 minus h by 0 minus h. This will be limit h tending to 0. 0 minus h is minus h. Sine of minus theta is minus sine theta. So it will be minus sine h by minus h. Minus minus goes. Limit h tending to 0 sine h by h is 1. Limit concept in from class 11. Limit x tends to 0 sine x by x is 1, right? So that concept. Now limit x tending to 0 plus f of x is x plus 1. If you substitute, you'll get 1 only. And of course, at f of 0, your value is sin x by x, which is 1 again. Obviously, oh, sorry. I thought. We're using limit concept here. Never mind. So f of 0 is nothing but 0 plus 1, which is 1. Again, continuous. Understood. Very easy only, but you have to remember sin x by x identity from your class 11th. Okay. Now, next question is, yeah, this is one good question. Now, I have marked tick mark which all questions I have to discuss today. Okay. So f of x is nothing but x square sine of 1 by x and 0. Now, x is not equal to 0 here and x equal to 0 here. Okay. This is a nice question here. So if you take LHL and RHL, like you will not get any difference. It will be same, right? Like you will get a difference, but how will you find the value? Because LHL, if you do, it will be 0 minus, right? So it will be 0 minus h, so it will be h square and sine of 1 by minus h. So how will you find the limit of this? Again, if you do RHL, it will be h square sine of 1 by h. That's all. But how will you get the value of this? You have to find limit h tending to 0, right? So that's what we're going to find. Limit h tending to 0, h square sine of 1 by h. How will you find this? So in order to do this, you can use this trick from trigonometry. Like, again, how do we know this? Like, I have a practice. If you do practice, you can do. Sine, what is the range of sine function? It will be always from minus 1 to 1. You remember the sine function graph? It will be something like this, right? Like this. It will always range from minus 1 to 1, right? So sine of 1 by x, sine of anything, okay? So sine of 1 by x will also range from minus 1 to 1. Now multiply x square throughout. Minus x square will also range from x square sine of 1 by x square, right? Now we got the function from, this is the function they gave, right? Now if you, this is a sandwich theorem, which we have learned in class 11 again. So limit, so that's why, like in class 11, if you didn't learn or something, like we'll understand through questions we solve in class 12. Okay. Limit x tending to 0 minus x square is also equal to limit x tending to 0 x square, right? Which is 0. So this is what sandwich function theorem, sorry, sandwich theorem says, right? When f of x is less than equal to g of x is less than equal to h of x, and f of x and h of x approaches to same limit, okay, approaches to same limit, your g of x will also go to the same limit. That is the sandwich theorem. So now, because minus x square and x square limit x tending to 0 goes to 0, your limit x tending to 0, x square sine of 1 by x will also be 0. And we got f of 0 is also 0 from this. So again, continuous. See, every question we solving, it is coming. We will see discontinuity also, but yeah, but every question has some variety, right? That is the point we want to understand. Okay, sorry. Next question is, yeah, this is one good question, I think. 26 we'll take. We'll check f of x is equal to k cos x divided by pi minus 2x if x is not equal to pi by 2. If x is equal to pi by 2, then what is the case? We have 3, right? So at x equal to pi by 2, obviously we'll find what is the continuity, okay? Limit x tending to pi by 2 minus, what is the function? This is the function k cos of x by pi minus 2x. Now, if you take limit h turning to 0, your h will be x minus pi by, sorry, x will be pi by 2 minus h, right? So, cos of pi by 2 minus h by pi minus 2 into pi by 2 minus h, right? So, this will be limit h turning to 0. Now, what is pi by 2 minus theta? Cos of pi by 2 minus theta is sine theta. Okay. So k sorry, k sin theta, sin h divided by, now pi by 2, 2 pi by 2 2 cancels, so pi minus 2 pi you have, which is minus pi minus minus plus, so minus pi plus 2h. Understood? Now we have to find the value of k, right? So now this is the value we have. So k sin h by h turning to 0, 2h is 0 only, no? So we have minus pi. Okay, understood? Now we'll solve RHL. Okay, RHL is limit extending to pi by 2 plus k cos x by pi minus 2x. This will be limit h tending to 0 k into cos of pi by 2 plus h by pi minus 2 into pi by 2 plus h. Now cos of 90 plus theta, cos of 90 plus theta, cos of 90 minus theta is sin theta, cos of 90 plus theta is minus sin theta. Okay, so it will be limit h tending to 0 minus k sin h divided by, this will be again pi minus 2 pi, which will be minus pi minus 2h. This will be again h is 0, right? So minus minus get cancelled, this will be 0. So k sin h by pi. Understood? I've done a little mistake here. This will be pi, 2 2 gets cancelled, and so pi minus pi will be 0 only, right? So it will be, that's what I was thinking, some mistake I was doing, right? So here also we'll come back here. So this will be uh, pi minus, the pi pi cancel, 2 2 cancel, it will be 2h. This will be 2h. Now limit h tending to 0, sin h by h is 1. So this will be k by 2. Similarly, if you see here, again pi pi cancels, 2 2 cancels. Now it will be uh, h only, right? Yeah, 2h, 2 will be there. So you will have 2h. Okay, so 2h again, same only, 2h sin h by h is 1, so k by 2. Actually, in this question, right, we need not calculate LHL RHL separately. They have given it as continuous, right? So LHL and RHL should be equal. So what you can do instead, you can directly take LHL value, and what is f of pi by 2? They have given it as 3, right? So this is directly LHL is k by 2. So this will be 3, which will be k equal to 6. For k equal to 6, this function is continuous. Understood? Right? This is little tricky question, but yeah. Next one is again, this 27th question is similar to that. Okay, like you can just directly calculate k into 2 square, right? So it is 4k. 4k, uh, this is 4k. Okay, yeah. This question, what you have to do is separately calculate LHL. I mean, either calculate LHL or RHL. Your LHL will be uh, k into, 2 square is 4, so 4k, right? Now if you see at f of at 2 also, you are having the same 4k because the function is here, right? So you have to calculate RHL in this case. RHL is nothing but x is greater than 2, it is directly 3. So 4k equal to 3, if you do k equal to 3 by 4 is the answer. It's very simple direct question, right? So similarly, you can do for this pi question also. Okay, this is similar to this. Only thing is you will need to calculate pi using h and calculate, right? So it will be pi plus h. So cos of pi plus h you need to know. Okay, you can do that. It's like you can keep it as a homework question, right? Now again, 29th question is the same. It is just direct direct polynomial only. Now yeah, this question is nice. We'll take this question. What is question number 30, right? 30th question is nothing but f of x is equal to 5 ax plus b and 21, if x is less than equal to 2, 2 less than x less than 10, which is x is lying between 2 and 10, and x is greater than 10, this one. Similar to like all the questions, if you see what is one similar thing, we calculate LHL, RHL, and the function at that point. If you have to calculate k or lambda, given that the function is continuous, only then you calculate either LHL or RHL. Okay. Now limit extending to, we'll first see at x equal to 2. Okay. 2 minus, what is 2 minus f of x is directly 5. Now RHL, limit extending to 2 plus. Now you may ask, 2 plus is greater than 2. Greater than 2 means you can have this function also, this function also. That's not the case, right? We have to see whichever is closer to 2. Right next to 2, what is the function? This is the function ax plus b, right? So you can calculate 2a plus b. Now if you solve this, uh, 2a plus b will be equal to 5. This is one equation. Now at x equal to 10, if you check, because they have given two breaking points, right? So you will have limit extending to 10 minus. 10 minus means just left to 10 is this function ax plus b, which will be 10a plus b. Again, RHL, if you take limit extending to 10 plus, just after 10, what is the function? 21, right? So if you have this 10a plus b equal to 21, now how will you solve this? Just multiply by 5. This will be 10a plus 5b equal to 25. We subtract this, 10a 10a cancels, 5b minus b is 4b, 5 minus 25 minus 21 is 4, which gives b equal to 1. If b equal to 1, put this back in the equation. 2a equal to 4, a equal to 2. So for a equal to 2 and b equal to 1, this function is continuous. Understood? Very simple only, right? There's no complication at all. Okay, now we are nearing the last set of questions. If you check, all these four questions, right, are similar. Okay, I'll just explain you here. F of x equal to cos of x square. In the last video, I talked about algebra of continuous function, right? You can have here f of x as, just a minute. You can have f of x as cos x, g of x as x square, so that f of g of x is nothing but cos of x square. Now you just need to prove f of x is continuous and g of x is continuous. So automatically your f of g of x, which is a composite function of f of x and g of x, will be continuous. Cos x is continuous definitely, because your graph of cos x will go like this, right? This is cos x graph. It is breaking nowhere. And x square is also continuous, which is a polynomial function. Done. Mod of cos x, similar to that. Take one function as cos x, one function as mod x. Mod x is continuous, cos x is continuous. This is continuous too. Now sine of mod x, little trickier. Why? Because you have to find g of f of x here. If you consider f of x as sine x, and if you consider f of x as sine x and g of x as mod x, you need to find g of f of x. Okay, g of f of x will be mod, sorry, f of g of x, f of g of x only. So this will be uh, f of mod x. F of mod x will be sine of mod x. Again, same only. What is the difference? Like f of g of x, g of f of x, everything is same, right? Yeah. Similar to that, you can solve for 34 also. 34 also you can find. You have to find the points of discontinuity. Give me one clue here. Mod x goes 0 at 0. Mod x plus 1 goes 0 at minus 1. Take 0 and minus 1 as point of discontinuity and calculate the LHL, RHL, and do the calculation. You will get for all the points of in the